And so out of that experience grew this sharing that I'm offering to the world at this time called Peace from Broken Pieces. How to get through what you're going through. You see, because we all going through something. All of us at some point. It could be an internal something. It could be a mental something, an emotional something. It could be a physical something. It could be something in our work. It could be something in our relationship, in our marriage. It could just be something where you just get to that point where you look at yourself and you say, okay, this just ain't working. Okay? Whether it's the extra pounds on the hips, or whether it's the way you live, the way you speak, the way you think, the way you feel. We all going through something, you understand? And the question becomes how to get through what you're going through and come out on the other end better than you were when you went in. That better doesn't mean that you're thinner, that you have cleaner teeth or fresher breath. That better means that you have another level of peace in your beingness. You know, for me, that is the most important thing. And when I'm spelling peace, I'm spelling P-E-A-C-E, because it was a time when it was the other kind of peace that I was on the hunt and the search for, but we won't have that conversation. Am I by myself? But I've really come to the place to understand that peace, it's peace. It's just peace. It's just being able to wake up in the morning and look at myself, and no matter what I see, that I'm okay with it. It's peace that I know that I've done my best, and even though it didn't look like I thought it was going to look or turn out the way I would have wanted it to turn out, I have peace with the fact that I gave my best, and I did my best, and I gave my all, and everything is exactly as it needs to be, even if it doesn't look like I want it to look. I have peace, understanding and knowing that I really am not in charge. I really want to be. But I just ain't in charge. And you know what? Most days ain't nobody listening to me no how. You know, so I've just come to peace with the fact that I'm not in charge. I can't be in charge, and I'm not the boss of nobody. And even when I'm the boss of me, when I look back at what my life looked like, nobody would really want to hire me to be the boss of their life if I was to tell the whole truth about it, you understand? So peace from broken pieces, how to get through what you're going through, means that we have the ability to look at the broken pieces of our lives. There's a story in the Bible that in the Gospels, and it's about the disciples when they were out on the sea, and it was this huge, great big storm, and the storm was out there, and the Christ was out there also, and the disciples were sleeping, and they met in the storm, and the raft, the boat that they were on, was shattered. And they were in the water, and I don't know about you, but sometimes the boat that I've been on has been shattered. Whether it's a dream or a marriage or a relationship or just a particular activity that I'm in, and I look up and that thing is busted to pieces. Now, do we have a choice? Okay? We could look at it and say, oh, I can fix that. Have you ever done that? You ain't even got no Elmer's glue in your pocket. The thing is busted up to pieces, and oh, I can fix that, because we really do think, some of us, like me, that we really are in charge. And not only are we in charge, but that it's our duty and our right and our responsibility to fix things, or change things, or make things different than they were. So here we are riding along, and this dream, this relationship, this job, this vision, this whatever hits the storm and it's busted into pieces. And that's what happened to the disciples. Their boat was busted into pieces. And I don't know about you, but sometimes when those things hit me, when I hit that storm, the first thing to leave me is my common sense. It's very embarrassing to speak. Just my common sense. You know, like if something bad happened and the first thing you do is go, ah! That really isn't helpful. First of all, you cover your eyes. That's not helpful. You know, and then you're screaming. What? That is not helpful. And if you give one of those blood-curdling screams, it scares everybody else in the room. So even if there was somebody there that could help you or support you, now they're scared too. And they got their eyes covered. It really isn't helpful. That's just common sense. Says don't scare the people in the room, okay? But for me, the common sense is the first thing that goes. And then when I hit that storm and my dream, my vision, my whatever it is starts to fall to pieces, the other thing that takes a temporary leave of me is knowledge, information. I don't know. It's like it's just like, you know, like what they say when your computer crashes. That happens to my brain. It doesn't last long, just like, you know, when it happens to your computer, you know, and you be sitting there, oh, Lord, please, when it comes, don't let me lose my stuff. Don't let me lose my stuff. Oh, God, please. The same thing happens to my brain. I forget what I know. It don't last long, but it does happen, and it is quite frightening. Like, who am I? Where am I? Now, what in the world is this? It doesn't last long, but in the midst of the storm, yeah? Same thing happened to the disciples. They forgot everything that they had seen, everything that they had been taught, everything that the Christ had given them in the time that they were together. When that boat fell apart, they forgot. The other thing that leaves me, I know you may not have this, I can tell in your aura, the pieces of it that I can see, that most of y'all are really firm and grounded and good. The other thing that has a tendency to leave me when I hit the storm is my faith. Oh, you mean somebody understands? After I've told myself I was in that alone? Oh my goodness, yes, faith, just go right out the window. I can't think of an angel, a Holy Spirit, a Christ mind, a Jesus, a God, or nothing in that moment. I'm like out there on my own. And that's what happened to the disciples. The boat fell apart. The storm hit the boat, and they had been told prior to going into it, don't worry, no matter what happens, you won't drown. They had been told that. But as soon as the storm hit the boat and the boat split to pieces, they went, ah! And they began to cry out, oh my God, the boat, what are we going to do? What us going to do? What us going to do? Because you know, you lose your dignity too when you're in trouble, right? Command of the English language, all of what else gonna do? Thank God I can't think, but computer crack, what else gonna do? And the voice said back to them, make it on the broken pieces. You can make it on your broken pieces.
Peace from Broken Pieces. Available everywhere from Smiley Books.